Okay, let's start with number 1. Consider a raffle in which the digits 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are written on 5 separate slips of paper and placed in a box. 5 slips are then drawn randomly one at a time without replacement, and the digits appearing on the slips are written down from left to right in the order in which they are drawn. What's the probability that the 5-digit number is an even number? So we're talking about 5 numbers that we are trying to place. So we're going to go with our normal, how many ways are there to write these numbers? And that's 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So without paying any attention to whether or not it's even or odd, these are all the possible ways. So that is 5 factorial, which is 120. So there's 120 ways that all the numbers can be placed. Now we have to pay attention to what we have on the top. If it has to be an even number, it can only end in a 6 or an 8. So there's 2 possibilities for that last spot, which would leave us with 4 numbers left to place. Even though there's 2 possibilities here, we're only going to have 1 number there. It just can be one or the other. So once we put our even number here, that leaves us with 4 here. Then once we place that one, we have 3, then 2, then 1. And so if we multiply these, you've got 4 times 3 is 12, times 2 is 24, times 1 is 24, times 2 is 48. So that's 48 out of 120. And 48 out of 120 simplifies to 4/10, or 0.4. And that's the probability that the digit would be an even number. Okay, let's look at number 2. A game involves spinning 2 spinners with 4 equal-sized spaces numbered 1 through 4 and recording the sum of the results on the 2 spinners. What's the probability that the sum of the 2 numbers obtained is greater than 5? So just like I've been saying for the last 2 weeks, make a table. You've got the first spinner, which has a possibility of 1, 2, 3, 4. And you have the second spinner that has a probability of 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if we fill in our table with all the sums, 1 plus 1 is 2, 3, 4, 5. Fill in the rest of that table there. And we're looking for the probability that the sum of the 2 numbers obtained is greater than 5. Well, there are 16 possibilities because 4 times 4 is 16, and a sum greater than 5. Well, it can be 6, 7, or 8. So 6 out of 16, which is 3/8, which would be 0.375.